Howdy all, welcome to Lex Lives. I think it's time we play a little Minecraft. Alright. Whew, it has been a long week for me. I did, however, get a chance to get a bunch of work done on the lake, which we'll probably still be working on today. Let's head back over here to... I kind of want to... add this into the lake here. So, I think last episode I talked about how much money I spent last week, which was horrible amount of money. Oh look, this is not right here. Got some corners not finished off, it looks like. We got a tree that got drowned. It's alright. Yeah, so... whatever happened with the chair breaking, and then buying the new one, moving the old one out, moving the new one in, I definitely twisted my back again, and I have been in horrible back pain all week. Not horrible, I guess. Monday was the worst. Monday was absolutely miserable. On top of that, I got the stomach flu. So that was awesome. Stomach flu and back pain all at the same time. But yeah, see, look, this is a lake. I filled all this in. This was all grass. Remember, there's this was all just big giant grass fields with that water coming down out of it, and I have filled it all in. It's now a nice lake. Remember, there's the tunnel there, and then there was this hole here that goes back into that tunnel. That's not filled in, but I filled up to it in. And I've placed the lake at level 65, and so it took a long time because some of it will fill in on its own, which is awesome. And some of it you've got to like put every little block down, which sucks. And so it did take a while. Somewhere in here was water on its own. And then a lot of this, though, was just empty grassland. And then that river over there, that's natural, but I filled it in deeper. And then this over here was grassland. For the most part, and I have filled it in quite a ways back through here. I don't think I filled the entire thing in yet. But man, it takes a long time. I think I got it all the way back through over here. It actually connects to a swamp over here, and so yeah. Yeah, see, the water comes down from up there and then flows into that swamp. That's all natural terrain gen right there. And then over this way, whoops. Over this way, I hit another pocket of water, and I think I'm just gonna have a little waterfall here because I don't feel like filling this all in with water, and so I've got a little waterfall going here. Although it's not very good, is it? It's got like some kind of weird straight line here. Thanks, tree. I'm sure this is your fault. There we go. That's better. I like the abruptness of the. Let's just take out this tree. See if that'll fix things. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's so I've got my new chair, but I can't enjoy it because I've had to have a pillow behind my back all week, and I tried. Oh, I tried the other day. What day was that? So Monday it hurt the worst, and then Tuesday it was still really bad, and it must have been Wednesday. Wednesday that yeah, it had to have been Wednesday that I tried the chair without the pillow for a while, and then it started hurting again, so I had to put the pillow back in there. And then Thursday it was okay. Yesterday it was worse than Thursday, so I don't know what I did there. And then today I thought, all right, it still hurts a little bit, but I built a table, and I built a table for the new chair because the new chair is narrower and taller than the old chair. And so I needed a better way to put my mouse and keyboard. It's not perfect. It's a little too tall, so I actually have the part with my mouse and keyboard and stuff on an angle, just a slight angle, but it's enough that I can't let go of the mouse or else it slides right off. And so that is something I can live with, I guess. I would have preferred it to be flat, but it is not, so I don't know. What are you going to do? Whoops. Not that. And so most of my week's just been working and being in pain, I guess. A little bit of pain, not a lot, and it's not constant, you know. And I take some Advil and stuff for it, and it helps. Just, I don't know, between that and getting the stomach flu from the niece and nephew, and their father, and their mother, and everybody else who had it before I got it, wasn't too good of a week in that regards, but yeah, I've been playing the Batman Telltale. I was really looking forward to that when it came out, and then you know, with the whole switching over jobs and stuff, I haven't had a lot of throwaway cash, and then of course we had the big Steam summer sale, and I felt like I was at the point where I had throwaway cash, and of course every time I feel like I have throwaway cash, something major happens, like my chair breaking, and then it costing me $1,000 to get a new chair, you know, stupid stuff like that. And so I what is going on here with this water? Dang it. Stop splashing it up there. Did I ever make that bed? I was going to make a bed so it wouldn't get dark on me here. I think I ever did. Let me finish this. Oop. And then you finished off. Okay, let me get that fixed there, and then let's. Oh, look, we're right behind the house. What do you know? And so yeah, it's. Oh, no, no. You know why I say nope, nope? I mean no. I got it. I got an arrow in my foot. But yes, I enjoyed the Telltale game or the Batman game, and played through one and a half episodes so far. I played a new one today that I think I might really like once I get the hang of it. I'm a huge fan of the game Towns and games like that. So like Tropico, I see Tropico's got a new one coming out soon. I just got an email from Calypso about that, and Tropico 4 I think was my favorite one. Tropico 5 was okay. That's really funny because Civ 4 is my favorite one, and Civ 5 was just okay. I still haven't gotten Civ 6. Been waiting for that to go on sale in a better sale price than what it currently is at. And yeah, so Risk of Ruin, Rise to Ruin, something like that. Rise of Ruin. I should look. Just let me look. Rise to Ruins. That's what I was playing today. So played that a little bit. That was pretty fun. What I played of it. Although I think I'd like it a little better if there were speed controls, so I could speed up the process of me being killed off. It's a town building style sim, but not like SimCity or something. This is population management sim, I guess, is more like it. Like you've seen like Banished, maybe. It's similar in vein to that, only with more things happening. Is it going to be amazing? No, probably not. But it's going to be enjoyable for me, and I say it's probably not going to be amazing because I'm a huge fan of tech trees, and I don't think it has one of those. And I noticed that a lot of these, like older town sim games like this would have tech trees where you'd have to upgrade along the way, and a lot of the newer ones are just like, yeah, you've got access to the buildings, and you can build them as soon as you get the right materials made. And so I'd like a little research, maybe, ability to it. Although this is an early access game, so maybe that's a future... I never read the patch notes on anything, so I have no idea what they have planned for this game. I just know it was on sale during the Steam Summer Sale, and it looked like my kind of game. Okay. Somewhere in here is the spot to fix all this. Nope. There is no spot to fix all this. I will have to make my own spots to fix this. Okay, I think that might fix it. I can't tell. Nope. See, we're getting a weird spillover effect right here. Oh, because I'm up too high. That's why. Oh, all right. Right. We gotta come down here and fix this end. Let's see. What else did we do the rest of my week here? Oh, you know, I did the Tuesday night D&D thing. And uh, I don't know what to think about that sometimes. That Tuesday night D&D game. I'm pretty sure I talked last week about how he was moving all the characters to make sure they could attack me with their special abilities, and that's not how you're supposed to run the game. And it seems weird when all the bad guys move around my characters specifically to attack my character while ignoring other characters, and he was doing it again this week. I don't know. And on top of that, he feels that we're having too easy of a time, so when we left off last week, we had one more thing to do and then head to the end of the game. Not the very end, just the last section. And so he doesn't prepare ahead of time very well, and it drives me crazy. Like, I don't prepare a lot ahead of time for the D&D game that I DM on Sundays, but I am ahead of where my group is at, prepared. And he is preparing at start time so that we have to sit around for a half hour after we're supposed to have started while he sets everything up for the night. Because he hasn't done any prep work ahead of that day. Which drives me crazy. Because it's a waste of my time. And I feel like, as I've mentioned many times, I feel like they think that my time is not valuable because it's not valuable. That wasn't a word. I feel like they think my time isn't valuable because it's not their time. And so I find it to be very rude that you would agree to do something. Not even agree to do it. This wasn't like, hey man, you wanna do this thing for us? No, this is him asking us to do this thing, and then him not being prepared for the thing he asked us to attend. And I find that to be rude. It's not like he didn't have a week to do it. He just simply didn't do it ahead of the night we're supposed to be actually doing it. It'd be like showing up to a party, and I've done this before, showing up to a party to have the people there ask you if you could run to the grocery store to buy the food and help them cook it for the party that was supposed to start 30 minutes ago. That's actually happened to me a couple of times. Like, seriously, this is your party. What do you mean you don't have any of the ingredients and you're waiting for me to get here to go to the grocery store to get them for you? What? Seriously? That's just rude. Like, that's not okay. You don't invite people to something and not have it prepared when... Now, I'm not saying you can't be like, oh, I'm running late. Sorry. It's going to take me a few more minutes to get ready. I mean, like, the party starts at 5:30, and then the party is to come over and play board games and eat tacos, but we didn't get any taco fixings at the grocery store, which includes the meat, the seasoning, the shells, the beans, the lettuce, you know, all that stuff, the cheese. And so we need someone to run there. The party was scheduled to start at 4:30, and it is now 6 o'clock, and the food is not even purchased to be made. And that was the worst one. I swear it was. Oh, I was so mad. They like, I don't even like parties. I don't even like parties, but I feel a social obligation to attend. You know, when your friend asks you if you'll come to the party because they want someone who will play the particular game they want to play, and nobody else will do it. And it's something you don't mind doing. And but when you get there and they're not prepared and they don't have the stuff purchased, and then you get there at like 5:30 because they told you that they weren't ready at 4:30 when that was the original start time. You get there at 5:30, they haven't prepared anything yet. They expect you to help them carry in the extra chairs and tables and then run to the grocery store and also help cook. And so by the time the actual board game part starts that they begged you to come for, it's already like 11 p.m. at night. I don't really want to play board games at 11 p.m. at night. I want to go home and play video games and start getting ready for bed because, I sleep at night. I mean, albeit I don't actually go to sleep till, 3, 4 in the morning, but that's because I'm reading a book from about midnight till then, not because I want to sit at your house waiting for you to be ready to play board games. One time, and I've told this one before, one time we got there and we had to help them, we had to go pick up supplies for the food for their party. And not, hey, everybody needs to bring a dish, but hey, we actually don't have meat and cheese for the tacos again. Could you pick some up on the way over? Oh, it's like going to, yeah. And so, yeah, I don't know. But I wound up sitting there playing games with their children until like 10:30 at night, because that's how long it took them to finally get to the point where they could actually do the thing we were supposed to be there for. I don't remember if that was a card night or board game night. I don't remember which one that was. I just remember that I wound up playing. It's like the time here at my own house when they're like, we're having a swimming party, and so I got in the swimming pool, and then all the kids got in the swimming pool, and then one of the adults got in the swimming pool, and every other adult was like, I don't really want to get water on me today, so... and then they go back in the air-conditioned house, and then the other adult gets out of the pool to go in the house with the other adults, and then I'm like, these aren't my kids. Why am I the one out here with these kids? Parents need to come watch their own children. I want to go back in the air-conditioned house. Well, you can watch them for just a minute. I was in the pool for 6 straight hours. They left, and literally no one came outside to check on the kids or anything for 2 straight hours while I was in the pool. And I'm like, yep, nope, never again. So I'm like, no. They're like, oh, aren't you getting in the pool at the pool? Nope, I'm not being, and this has happened again today. Not with the pool stuff, but similar kind of situations happened today. And this somehow got off of the whole D&D thing. Oh, he wasn't prepared. Right. Wasn't prepared. So let me finish that story real quick, and then I'll tell you about today. So, yeah, he's not prepared, and could one of these please? Thank you. And so he's like, okay, so what are you guys going to do tonight? And I'm like, well, I don't know. We still had to talk to that guy from last week because that's where we ended it. And he's like, so what are you going to do after you talk to the guy? And we're like, well, we don't know. We haven't talked to the guy yet, but we believe the only thing left to do is is the one cave. That's the only thing left, right? That's the last thing on our quest list is this cave. And he's like, well, if you're, I thought you were gonna go back to town. And we're like, well, why? We don't really need to go back to town other than deliver that stuff. Everything else leads back to this cave. Well, if you're gonna go to the cave, we can't play tonight. I'm not ready to go to the cave tonight. He's using pre-generated maps. How do you not be ready with using pre-generated maps that you're not even making yourself? I mean, you just load them in. Anyways, so he has instead gone and created a tougher challenge for us. He already complains that the game is too easy for us at this point. And we still have to do the last level of the actual game. And all he's going to do is push us over to the next level, which is going to make the end of the game even easier because we're going to be even more powerful when we get there. I don't know, I find that to be crazy. So then we get to today. And like I said, I've been feeling good this week. My back's been killing me. I haven't been sleeping well. And so today's my day off. And I was watching some shows, playing some video games. And about 3:30. About 3:30, I decided my back was really well. Actually, when I started this morning, I did some work on the table, like I said, and that made my back start really hurting. And so I decided to go lay down and stretch out my back and see if that would help. And sure enough, when I laid down, all the pain goes away. And so then I'm like, it's dark in here. It's cool. It's kind of quiet. They're not too noisy upstairs right now. I think I'm just going to take a nap, which I don't normally do. And so I took a nap with the door open and without my fan on, which I normally have on while I'm sleeping. And it wasn't a long nap. It was like an hour and a half. But sometime during that hour and a half, everyone left. And there's no one here but me and the stupid dog. And there's no note. There's no, hey, you gotta fix your own dinner message. There's no entry on the, family calendar for an event that occurred today. There's nothing. They're just all gone. The only car here is mine. There's no blood or anything. There is 2 pieces of cake out on the kitchen table that have been partially eaten, which I assume the kids were eating cake and didn't finish it because they're weird like that. I've never seen 2 kids less interested in sweets when you offer them to them, ever. Like, they will eat all the sweets as long as they're not supposed to. But if you say, hey, you want a piece of cake, you can have a piece of cake, they are not interested in the piece of cake. Only if later, when no one's watching, they can eat the cake directly out of the pan, then they want the cake. But, yeah. So there's like one mostly eaten piece of cake and one barely, most of the frosting eaten off piece of cake. So I assume that was the kids. And the dog was in her kennel, so they shut her up before they left, because you can't trust her, because she poops on the floor and tears up toys if you're not watching her, because she throws little tantrums, because she's alone. Because she can't be alone, ever. And, so yeah. So I don't know where Riz at. And, I find that to be weird. A little rude. I find it to be a little rude. Because often when someone will go out near dinner time, knowing they'll be back near dinner time, they will purchase food. And so I didn't know whether to make my own dinner, or not make dinner, or if everybody's dead. I have no idea. No messages. And it's like almost 10 o'clock at night, and they're still not home. I don't know where they went. I don't know where they went. I do know there was one thing on the calendar, but it was crossed off. And the dog was supposed to go with them to that. So, and I think that got moved to next month, maybe. Oh man, I hope that didn't get canceled because I was looking forward to that. I was looking forward to that because they were all going to be gone and the dog was going to be gone and I was going to be home alone in the quiet with no one to bother me for several days. Maybe that's where they went, not to the... Not to the one where they're taking the dog, but to the other one that got rescheduled. I know they said they were going to the... shopping tomorrow. Because we're having a big 4th of July party on Tuesday. Well, they're having a big 4th of July party. I still haven't RSVP'd to the 4th of July party, even though I received an invitation to the party that's at my own house. I don't know if they think that's funny or what, but they sent me an invitation to it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Just me and the dog. I just took the dog out because I didn't know how long they were going to be gone. And they didn't leave a leash. I had to go out in the garage and scrounge together something that you could pretend was a leash. Otherwise the dog runs off. And so I don't know where they took the leashes to. I did notice that we have alarms on the doors so that when the kids try to go out without permission, they know the doors have been opened now. That's a new thing. One of those is broken off. Like, not broken off, I guess, but missing. So, I don't know what's going on. I haven't talked to any of them. I don't know. I'm sure I'll find out. But it's annoying. As they are wont to be, it's annoying. Alright, so, oh, look at that. We've made it all the way over to the bridge. Man, that was some good work. Look at that. Just a little bit more on putting this water down. And I figured this one will probably have a little waterfall itself, but over here, because I'd like water to be all through here, which is why I raised the level. And so when we get to here, I'll clean this out a little bit here, and then this is where the waterfall will happen, is right here, to get down to this level. So... and with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. And go back to probably watching my shows and playing some more of that Rise to Ruin, because that's what I did today. Man, all my people died of thirst. Didn't work out in my favor, that's for sure. Alright. Click, leave a like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one. I will talk to you later. Thank you.